Good morning. Today is May 9th, 2024, and we are another episode of PreWorkout Chat. I don't have my drink with me because I am trying to finish up my healing, which is going to be the topic of this episode of PreWorkout Chat. So let me bust open the Excel sheet and let's get this started. So I just want to begin by saying Sunday I did a upper body workout, and just for reference, it was a marvelous workout. And let me adjust the camera a little bit. I just noticed this. There we go. Anyway, it was a marvelous workout. I mean, I did chest. Because I started late, so I did chest and back in the afternoon, and then about 3 or 4 hours later, I did the arms and shoulder. So I covered all of the upper body. It was glorious. I felt the pump, which is something that I rarely feel. It was amazing. I highly enjoyed that workout. In fact, I was looking forward to the next workout. And the next workout was supposed to be, let me see, let's pull up. The next workout was supposed to have been yesterday for the upper body. However, I am completely sore. I went all out Sunday, and I basically had jacked up the volume from what I normally do, and I kept the weights similar to the last time before I had my crash. But yeah, I'm sore, and I prefer to work out when I am not sore. I'm not trying to, hurt myself or create an injury. So yeah, I am still healing, which is why I did not do my upper body workout yesterday. And I was hoping that I could just go ahead and do it today, but I am still healing. So yeah, it's like I'm now on day number 4 of trying to recover from being sore. So I'm going to, the beautiful thing about this entire journey is being able to adapt to certain stresses. So what I am going to end up doing is I'm going to end up modifying my workout routine. Obviously, if I'm trying to do this upper-lower split, and I'm trying to do them 2 times a week, I cannot work out in a way where I'm essentially just destroying my muscles to the point of long recovery time. Now that I think about it, because if you notice, when I was doing my, when it came down to it, right? When I was doing my shoulder and arm workout, on some exercises, I actually had to dial down the weight. So what I am thinking is when I was dialing down the weight, essentially my muscles were pretty much at failure. And I think I think I need to consider, if I'm doing my sets, if I can't use that weight no more, then I probably achieved failure. See, I'm not very familiar with these workout concepts. When I think about failure, I'm thinking about, you're lifting the weight and you're lifting the weight, and it just comes to a point where you physically can't move that weight no more. And you can't do nothing else. Like, even if you wanted to lighten the weight to, something lesser, it just comes to the point where you can't even pick up that lesser weight. I think that way of thinking is probably warped and is not correct. I think the proper way of thinking of what failure is when it comes to lifting weight is, if you have a weight and you can't lift that weight no more, or you can't maintain your form no more, that essentially you have achieved failure. And so I basically worked myself to failure. And if I was going to work out like that, it's very hard to do, to even hit that body part 2 times within 1 week, especially for somebody like me in my current condition. Now, of course, as I work out more and I condition my body, and my body gets into this breakdown healing routine, and it knows how to handle the stress that I'm giving it, I'm pretty sure it will become easier for me to work out until failure and be able to work out again a second time that week for that body part that I brought to failure. But I'm not there yet. And again, I was not trying to work out until failure on purpose. I genuinely thought that when I was doing these workouts and I was working with the weights that I had, I generally thought that that these were already light. But what I failed to take into consideration was these weights were light when I was doing my old routine, which was a full body routine. And in my old routine, I did not have all of these exercises. In fact, if you compare to what I actually did for the upper body, this is like pretty much double the normal work that I usually do when I was doing full body. So when I was doing full body, I was doing like 3 sets of, let's see, what was it? It was 3 sets. So yeah, sorry for the pause. In my old workout, I was doing 3 sets by 10. I just had to confirm it real quick. So I was doing 3 sets by 10 reps. And at the time, I was seeing some growth. And I think it was kind of that growth that kind of fed into my desire to want to lift more. And it brought me to that kind of high that you get from doing a pump. And that's what made me end up changing my workout, so that I had, so I could hit the muscle at different angles and stuff, and I increased the volume at the same time. And that what led to that glorious workout. Again, the workout was awesome. I enjoy being able to hit hit my muscles from different angles. I enjoyed that feeling. I look forward to that feeling. Like, to be honest with you, I don't really even the diet. The diet is annoying. The cardio is annoying. But lifting the weights, actually becomes a very enjoyable activity. I see why the bodybuilders and stuff, or the strength athletes, I see why they really get addicted to the gym. Like, honestly speaking, if I can just lift weight and not do the cardio, or not even have to hyper focus on my diet so much, this would be like a very enjoyable experience. That's why, like, when I think about the cardio and stuff like that, it's like I kind of almost want to take the cardio out. But starting to kind of ramble on too long. So I messed up. I overworked myself. I pretty much probably went to failure, and so I need to modify my workouts. I need to take some stuff out so that I'm not ultrally destroying my muscles to the point of no recovery. So this is still going to be like a process. What I'm going to do now, and I just want you guys to kind of see the process, is I'm just going to pull out some of these workouts some of these different exercises that I do. I'm going to take them out, and then when I'm fully healed up and I'm no longer sore, I'm going to work out again, and I'm going to see what the recovery is like for that. And it's all about, listen, this is all about experimenting. you know, I did look at some routines from online, and remember, I've been at this for like quite some time. So, I'm 34 years old. I've been trying to lose weight for like over a decade, to be honest with you. So I've already seen like so many workouts and stuff like that. I've actually experimented with different exercises, and I know which exercises that I like based off of how it makes me feel. And so that's why I tend to get greedy, like when I'm eating and stuff like that. I tend to get greedy, and I want to have all of the stuff that I have a taste for. Like, when I would what kind of got me fat was I would be like, oh yeah, you know what? I want some ice cream. I want to basically have something with chicken in it. I want to have something with beef in it. And it's kind of like that when it comes to my working out. I want to have I want to have that pushing movement, and I want to have that when I'm trying to work the chest. I want that pushing movement. Oh, but you know what? My upper chest is like so lagging. I want that incline because I really want to focus on developing that upper. But you know what? I want to have the definition. So I want to do these chest flies because I want to bring it in because I like how it really makes my chest feel, because when I'm doing the pushing moment I can really feel it in my shoulders, but it's hard for me to build my chest up because I have such poor form. So I like doing the flies because I can really feel it in my chest. And so yeah, that's what happens to me, and that's what end up making me select so many different exercises to include in my routine. But I'm going to have to take some of these out. So I just wanted to bring you guys along so that you can see what it is that I am doing. So when you're doing, when you're trying to create a routine for yourself, or when you're trying to modify a routine that you pull online, you can kind of see what that looks like. And I hope in the long run it helps you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some blinders on, right? So if you look at my routine, you see I have it all the way planned out to the end of October. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. So I'm only going to focus on the routine that I'm doing all the way up to July, right? So this is where we're at. Let's see which one. So let's focus on the chest and back. The bench press, the lat pull down is okay. The incline chest press. So let's see. I think I want to eliminate one chest and one back exercise. So that has to come down between the chest fly and the incline chest press. I like the chest fly more because I can feel that better in my chest, because I don't know whether it's my form or whether it's because of an old injury that I might have sustained and really never took care of. But whenever I'm doing like the incline chest press, I can definitely feel it more on my shoulder. And if I was going to keep the incline chest press, I would probably have to consider getting rid of a shoulder press or something. So what I'm going to do, and also by the way, in terms of the soreness, most aside from my tricep, because I did that tricep destroyer workout, that I definitely should not be doing that. I feel more greater soreness a little bit in my triceps, and specifically right here in my shoulder. I don't know if the camera got that, but yeah, but like right here in my shoulder is where I'm really feeling it. So I'm going to eliminate the chest fly. I mean, not the chest fly, the incline chest press. I'm going to go ahead and black that out. It's putting too much stress on my shoulders. I'm going to keep the bench press, the lat pull down. The cable rows, I actually I enjoy the cable rows. So I need to get rid of a back. So looking at the prior video when I was trying to do the back flies, um, the weight was too heavy, and the reason why I couldn't adjust the weight is because my home gym, if you look at the actual power rack that I have, it doesn't, and this was in if you ever I have notated this in prior videos, it does not like the power rack does not like loading up very lightweight. The rack responds a whole lot better, specifically the pulley system. It responds a whole lot better when you have at least, I would say, 25 pounds on there. So I'm going to eliminate the back fly. Yeah, I'll eliminate that. The machine doesn't like it, and the form was too poor anyway. So I'll hide that, and I'll hide that. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit OCD about stuff like that. It was like a little space, so I had to eliminate that. So for the chest and back, I am just going to do the bench and the lat, the rows and the fly, and that's the only thing I'm going to focus on. And if you look at my original routine, that's pretty much, we're back to how my original routine was. The only difference is we have more sets and more reps. So that is good. And again, this is all like an experiment. This is all to see. We're going to keep making changes, and we're going to keep making modifications to how I do these workouts until we find something that is sustainable and that works for me. Because everything that I'm doing is to work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I picked. Yeah, I'll look online and I'll look at, okay, what are the basics that you need to have to build like a good foundation for your body, and they're all going to say, oh yeah, you should do, a bench press, a lat pull down, you should do some type of rowing motion. Of course, you should do like a deadlift and a squat. And that's pretty much all you really need. They have like these 5 lifts or something like that. These 5 lifts, and these are what you're supposed to be doing for the basis of your workout. So those 5 basics are stuff that I would never remove from my routine. So I think this is good for the chest and the back. 2 workouts for the chest and 2 workouts for the back. Now let's get into the arms and shoulders. So I like the tricep push down, and I like the overhead tricep press. I enjoy doing tricep work. Let's see, the easy bar bicep curl was good. Here's the thing. I did enjoy that bicep workout that I did because I felt it hitting my biceps at like different angles. When I got the bar like this, because it's the easy bar. When I got the bar like that, I feel my biceps kind of activating like kind of towards this angle, right? But when I have my arm in a more neutral position where it's almost like I'm turning my wrist out, because that's what happens when you got the bicep like that. I kind of feel my bicep muscle working at like at an alternative angle. Like I kind of feel it pushing out that way more versus pushing in this way more when I have it in that easy bar grip. So I really don't want to touch that. I enjoy that feeling and stuff like that. It's also the same thing that happens when I'm doing like a tricep push down. When I have that flat bar and I'm doing the tricep push down, I feel my tricep kind of working a little bit different compared to when I have a rope and I'm doing the tricep push down. I feel my tricep working at a different angle. So that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard. The deltoid fly. This is so hard. I don't want to get rid of this stuff. You know what? I think I know which one. I think I have something that I can eliminate from this workout. I'm gonna go ahead and eliminate the shoulder press. Since I keep having problems with the shoulder, I'm just gonna just take the shoulder presses out. But will that compromise my workout though? Will that compromise the foundation? And it's like I want to do the barbell shrugs, even though I didn't do it in the last workout, but that's only because I was like drained beyond drained. I would like to do the shrugs, but at the same time, I don't want to think about that. You know what? One thing is the shrugs really works the scapula a lot more. So what I'm thinking is I'm thinking the barbell shrug should go with the chest and back. So 5 exercises for the chest and back. You know what? We will keep the shoulder press just so that we have that pressing, because I believe the shoulder press. Let's see. Okay, so when we look up the 5 lifts, we got the squat, the deadlift, the bench press, the barbell row, and the overhead barbell press. So I can't get rid of these shoulder presses. So I'm just gonna keep those in. We've eliminated some of the exercises, right? The only thing I can think of is maybe eliminating one tricep and one bicep. That's the only thing I can really think of. Though, to be honest with you, I feel like my biceps are healed. It's just my triceps that are still cooked. Oh, this is so hard. It's like I want it all, but it's like, I want it all. Okay. I'm getting greedy. We're going to have to eliminate something. Oh, sorry, you guys. This is so hard. It's like I have a shopping list, but it's like I have everything I wanted, but I have to give some stuff up. This is painful. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're going to get rid of bicep curls and overhead curls. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna black that out. I'm gonna go ahead and hide it. There we go. We got 4. There we go. Now I'm just trying to even this out now. It's like I don't want to get rid of the barbell shrugs. Like, do I really need the scapula, the extra scapula work? Nah, I probably don't. Go ahead and hide that. There we go. Okay, we've cut this down, and I mean, essentially, we're almost going back to my original workout. Since this is cut down, since I've reduced the number of exercises, I think I could go ahead and keep the sets at 5 and by 12 reps. And so yeah, I think that works out. Because when we're looking at the number, and we're trying to like calculate like how much work am I doing, right? Because see, now we have to look at how many total reps am I doing per body part per week, right? So when we look at the chest, right? So we're doing 5 sets by 12 reps, and we're how many chest exercise? We got 1, 2, and we're supposed to be exercising 2 times a week. So I'm doing like 240 repetitions for the chest. And I'm also doing 240 repetitions for the back. And when it comes down to the shoulders, because I also include the deltoid fly as part of like, I include the delts and as part of like the shoulders. So the delt and the shoulder press, technically speaking, that's also 240 that's going onto the shoulders every week. And 120 is going towards the biceps, and 120 is going towards the triceps. So the big body parts are getting 240, and the smaller body parts are getting 120. If you don't include the deltoids as part of the shoulders, then the shoulders is just getting 120, and the delts is just getting 120. Yeah, I think that's going to be like a healthy outcome. So in the morning, we got 4 exercises and some cardio. I should really be able to knock these out in about 30 minutes. 40 minutes max if I'm doing a decent amount of resting. So if we look at the total time, each of my workouts should be altogether 30 minutes for the weightlifting and like 30 to 40 minutes for the cardio. So I should be able to knock my workouts in about like an hour and a half at max. This should be even faster though. So like an hour and a half with this. And so the legs, since we're doing these elimination. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't do a lower body workout this week. So I don't have any feedback on the leg stuff. But what I'm thinking is I think one of these will probably get eliminated. But I'm because I don't know. I think they'll do some good stay. I think the hip abductor work is going to be good for stabilization. So I don't really want to eliminate them. So I'll hold off on doing this. I mean, these are only 4 exercises anyway. So I'll hold off on eliminating exercises from the lower body. But yeah, I think this is balanced. I think this is pretty balanced so far. So we'll see. When I do my next lower body workout, we'll see how long it takes me to heal. I understand that your upper body heals faster than your lower body. Your upper body can potentially like, don't quote me on this. I don't really have like the data like in front of me, but I believe that your upper body can heal pretty much in about 72 hours. I think it's for your upper body. I think it's 48 hours for the upper body and 72 hours for your lower body. Um, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. But that's why I only do the upper lower split 2 times a week, because it's supposed to be Sunday upper, Tuesday lower, and no, Sunday upper, Monday lower. Tuesday is supposed to be like a rest or a fast, and then it starts all over again where Wednesday is going to be the upper. So if we look at that, right? So if I exercise on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's almost 3 days to recover. That's almost 3 days to recover between these splits. So the legs should not have a problem. But again, I didn't exercise. I didn't do a lower body workout this week, so I don't have anything to pull. Now, what I will say is one of the things that kind of makes me like off put about doing lower body workouts. I think generally, I don't know what it is, but I think most guys just don't like doing lower body workouts. I don't like doing lower body workouts. Specifically speaking, I don't like doing. For me, it's not enjoyable doing core workouts. I don't like doing core workouts. It doesn't do anything from. Well, it doesn't. It's beneficial, of course, but it doesn't give me the pump like I get from doing upper body workouts. And another thing that kind of makes me not like doing lower body workout is because of that sciatica pain issue that I went through. I've injured my back before, and the sciatica pain, whoo, that's something that I did not enjoy. I do not enjoy that at all, and that's why I don't like I don't like doing the lower body stuff, because it's like whenever I get like pain in my lower back, it's just affecting everything that's like below it. So it doesn't really affect my back muscles. It affects like everything below my lower spine. So that's going to be the glutes. That's going to be the legs. And that's why I have these proclivities where I just don't like to do lower body work, and I definitely don't like doing core work because I don't get any type of enjoyment from it. But I do get plenty of enjoyment from doing the upper body though. I'm just imagining myself having like a jacked upper body, but like little twigs for legs. But yeah, so this is going to be the workout that we're going to try, and we're going to see how does that we're going to see how that pans out. I don't really I don't really know. I don't really know how this is going to feel, but what I'm hoping, what I'm aiming for, I just want to get enough stimulation to have some type of muscle development. I want to feel that. I want to feel the pump, and I want to recover within that 48 to 72 hour window that I have between my workouts, so that I can repeat the process over again. That's what I want to happen, and we'll see if how I have things set up, if I'm able to achieve that. And so yeah, so that is the part that I wanted to go over. Another subject that I like to cover is, in the prior video I had kind of touched bases. In the video where I was basically giving the story of my fat, I kind of touched bases on some a supplement that I wanted to try. It's called Turkesterone. Coach Greg advertises it on his channel, and I think the situation that I'm in right now is a perfect reason to consider taking the turkesterone. Only because, okay, first off, just to put it out there, turkesterone is not a steroid. It's just a supplement that has some studies that show that it has testosterone-like effects. And if you don't know what testosterone is per se, testosterone doesn't make you jack. Testosterone essentially just numbs the pain. That it gives you like more energy so that you could push through the workout. So, and it also strengthens your recovery. So that's why people who take testosterone, that's why they're able to get big, is because one, they're not feeling the pain like normal people would. Two, they're able to recover faster, and three, they have that extra oomph that enables them to push more. And if you want to experience what that extra oomph is, take some pre-workout. That's like a grade school version of what I would say to what I would think testosterone probably feels like. Because that pre-workout, it does give you that extra energy, you know what I'm saying? And that extra energy has enabled me to push more. So, and in fact, that's why going forward, when I make my pre-workout drink, since I'm doing 2 workouts a day, I'm just going to have my pre-workout drink basically split in 2, and I'm going to take half of it in the morning, and I'm going to take the other half in the afternoon, just so I could get that little push. But turkesterone is it's a chemical that is found in plants. I think how it's created is something like about insects doing something to the plant or something like that. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with with it, but essentially, if you was to compare the molecule of turkesterone to a molecule of like a basic steroid, they look similar, but they're not exactly the same. And but it gives you an effect that's similar to testosterone, but not exactly, because it basically, from what Coach Greg said in his videos, he said it's like you're getting like 1/6 of the effects of a steroid, in terms of the effects that it has on your workout. So take with that what you will. I just need that recovery time to be intact. I would like to do more exercises. I would like to hit my muscles in more angles and stuff, so that I get that development. I would like to strengthen some of the weaker aspects of my body more. And so that's why I want to be able to do more exercises so that I can create a well-rounded, highly functional, and aesthetically pleasing physique. And that's one of the reasons why I'm considering taking the turkesterone. If I can get that effect, which by the way, some people who have tried turkesterone, and these are like the different brands, not the one that Coach Greg is selling, but the people who have tried like turkesterone in the past, some people have felt the effects of it. Some people, they didn't feel anything at all. They didn't feel like any type of changes. They weren't able to get that steroid-like effect. So it's like a hit or miss when it comes to people, and that's actually how it is for a lot of the supplements that you take. If you're taking like even like the multivitamins, multiminerals, not all of them are actually going to be absorbed when you take it. Like you just might be that type of person who can't really absorb the type of vitamins, because there's different types of vitamins, right? There's different types of vitamin B and vitamin D's. They're different types. There might be some that you just can't absorb, especially in the capsule form. Like you might be one of those people that can only absorb it by being, like, for example, exposed directly to sunlight, or that can only absorb it if it's in its natural state in food. So that's just how it is for people when it comes to these supplements. It's also how it is for pharmaceuticals. Sometimes you, like, for example, you might get a flu shot, but that flu shot did absolutely nothing to you. You might get like different type of injections or something like that, and it doesn't really do anything for you. You know, there's some people who you give Tylenol to and it does nothing to them. So that's just how it is for a lot of people. So a lot of this stuff is a hit or miss. I don't know if turkesterone will be a hit or miss for me, but it's something that I'm willing to try. And again, as I stated in prior videos, I don't have any qualms against performance enhancement drugs, even though turkesterone is not a performance enhancement drug. I really don't care. There's just an outcome that I want, and it's something that I would pursue. And to be frank, if the testosterone that are flowing in the markets right now, if they were safe and they didn't have like negative effects, I would take them, because it's like, why not? It'd be like, if you can take something and it doesn't hurt you, but it enables you to improve, it's like, why wouldn't you take it? Like, if you could take a pill that can make you smarter, where you can now contemplate quantum physics, it's like, why wouldn't you take it? If you could take a pill that can enable you to like stay healthy all the time, it's like, why wouldn't you take it? If you could take a pill that can prolong your life by like 100 years, it's like, why wouldn't you take it? So I have no problems against. I'm not like an anti-vaxxer. I'm not like anti-medication. I'm not like anti big pharma or anything like that. I do have my skepticism of these industries. I do have my skepticisms of big pharma. For example, I did not take like the COOF vaccine, because, and the only reason why I didn't take the COOF vaccine is because, number one, it's not a vaccine; it's gene therapy. If you're changing the outer layer of your cells, if you're that's literally, you're messing with your own genetics and stuff like that in order to achieve that outcome. So the RNA technology is it's a relatively new technology, and the person who created the RNA technology does not even like it. So with that being said, that's the only reason why I did not take the COOF vaccine, because the technology is too early. The creator of the technology doesn't support it, and the gene therapy has, aka the COOF vaccine, that gene therapy has not been tested as it normally would under normal circumstances. So that's the only reason why I didn't take it. If had none of those three variables occurred, I would have had no problems taking a COOF vaccine. I'm very practical. I'm not like, into like the conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I'm just being actually just very practical with this. Um, have the technology studied longer, longer than one generation of people, longer than, I don't know, 3 months. Have the technology be developed and studied longer than that, and you got yourself a deal. Because like a regular vaccine is a deadened virus, meaning I took a virus, I killed it, and you have pieces of that virus floating around in this little syringe, and I'm injecting it into your system, and your body is going to eat those pieces of those virus, and it's going to actually learn how to fight that virus. You know what I'm saying? That's typically what a vaccine is. Changing a vaccine that's supposed to change the outer layer of your cells so that particular virus cannot penetrate it. That's entirely different, and to me, it's kind of no wonder why there's some people who might have been getting such negative effects like a blood clot, because it's literally changing the outer layer of your cells. So if some of those cells start sticking together, common sense. I'm not even a medical expert, but even I could figure that out. So, but with that being said, if you give me a herb like something like tea, or you give me, and again, turkesterone is just a chemical that has been, it's a chemical substance that has been extracted from plants. It's a natural occurring chemical. So this is not something that was created in a lab or whatever by mankind and stuff like that. This is something that is actually found in plants and extracted by plants. And I consume plants. I like drinking tea. I like all type of stuff like that that's related to plants. In fact, some of the some of the different supplements that I take are actually extracts from like ashwagandha plants and black maca root. So I don't mind that. I really don't mind that at all. So if you want to take a plant that's kind of hard to find in certain regions of the world, if you want to take that plant and you want to extract a chemical, and this chemical is called turkesterone, and it has effects like, it has steroid-like effects, like basically improving your recovery time or giving you the energy that you need to kind of like push through the workout, I'll take that. Especially if it's going to let me do more work and not injure myself, then I'll take it. So I think I am going to go ahead and push the button on ordering that turkesterone. I'm probably just going to try just one bottle first and just see how that works. And at least it'll give me some more video content so that I can show you guys how turkesterone feels and how it's kind of like working. So we'll see. Still not 100% yet. I'm still doing more research. But I think I am going to get the turkesterone that Coach Greg is talking about. And that's only because some of the other advertised turkesterone, you might not be taking the turkesterone that is like found in the plants. You might be taking some of the other versions of turkesterone. I forgot, what do you classify turkesterone under? I think I can't pronounce the word, and I don't really remember the spelling. So I can't really tell you what that was, but there's a specific classification for turkesterone, and there's other versions. I want the one that Coach Greg was talking about that's found in a specific plant. That's the one that I want to try. The other ones sound more artificially created, and I'm not really interested in those. So anyway, that's that. So yeah, we just went over some of the modifications that I'm doing to the workout and why I'm doing that. I'm trying to create something that works for me and that hits up everything that I want. I'm definitely considering the turkesterone. I'm still doing my research on it. I do understand there's probably like some people who are critical of Coach Greg. I really like him. I like watching his videos, and I think he's very honest. So I kind of trust him with his word. I do understand that when he first had the turkesterone, the version that he had did not have the actual turkesterone itself that is normally found in plants. It's like even he didn't know at the time either, but it's like the company that he was working with, they used other ones that are similar to turkesterone, and it did do what it was supposed to do, and it didn't really have like the negative effects like that. But this version of it that what you call Turk Builder Plus, this one is supposed to actually have the turkesterone in it. And Coach Greg said he oversaw the testing, so I'm going to go with that. Now, I did notice from Coach Greg when he was talking about taking turkesterone, he was talking about how it kind of made him I think it messed with his sleep a little bit, or that it kind of I don't know if it makes you hungrier. So that's why I'm kind of like skeptical about turkesterone. Again, the only side effects that I've so far seen from what other people, including Coach Greg, has said is, one, it makes you hungrier. Two, it maybe sometimes give you anxiety or something like that, or it just caused a feeling of anxiety. And three, it can mess with your sleep a little bit. So I'm going to understand when I'm thinking about turkesterone that, number one, definitely do not be taking any caffeine. So when I do try turkesterone, I'm going to make sure that I have not consumed caffeine for at least 2 weeks. Again, that's if I do decide to go with that. And then two, I'm kind of expecting that it might be a harder time when it comes to the diet. And so if I do start taking turkesterone, if the hunger pains just get ridiculous, or because I know one guy, when he was taking something that was pretty much similar to turkesterone, he was like a really skinny dude, so he didn't have much fat. I think he was like less than 10% body fat, and this dude was trying to build muscle and stuff like that. And for him, it made him hungrier and stuff like that. And of course, because he was pushing through these workouts, and he was he was doing more work. So you're doing more work, your muscles are getting more damaged. You're going to need more material to rebuild yourself. And so, of course, you're going to need to eat more. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking. So what I might end up doing is I might take away the fasting. I might take away the when I say take away the fasting, I'm talking about taking away the 32 to 42 hour fast that I'd be doing. I might just take that away. And but that really just going to depend on the effects of the turkesterone. I want the turkesterone so that I can push myself more, so that I can do more, and I can, be able to recover and do, more workouts. Like if I could do the upper body split 3 times a week, oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I really wouldn't give a crap about the fasting. I would definitely take the fasting out, and I would just do the workout 3 times a week. You just don't understand. I just, that pump. Yeah. So I'm chasing the pump, and that's what I want. And that's what I'm going to go for. And if the turkesterone can do that for me, then it's something that I definitely worth considering. All right. Let's see. Another thing I wanted to bring up is creatine. I think one of the mistakes that I made was not taking the creatine consistently. I treated the creatine like a normal substance, and that's not like a normal supplement. And I don't take these supplements every day, and that was a mistake. So while during these workouts, I was not taking enough creatine so that it can load in my body. And I was also taking the very minimum amount. Like I was taking I think 5 or less grams of the creatine. So I was taking like the lowest dosage that I can take, and I think that is what was messing me up. I'm not saying the creatine was not messing me up, but I was not getting the benefits of the creatine because I was taking such a low dosage. And by not getting the benefits of the creatine, I was working out as if I was taking creatine and doing more work. And if I had took the proper amount of creatine, that should have helped me a lot with the muscle recovery. And so, yeah, that was a mistake. So I am now taking, what I do now is because usually I like putting the creatine as part of the pre-workout drink. And so I don't take the pre-workout drink when I'm doing cardio. It's like, why would I need a pre-workout for that? No, I take the pre-workout drink when I was exercising. And so when I was doing the full body workout, that means I was only like taking the pre-workout drink, which included the creatine. I was only taking that like 3 times a week at most. And even when trying to do this upper lower split, that I'm only basically lifting weights like 4 times a week. And so that's only 4 times that I'm taking the creatine. So what I'm doing now is I'm making sure that I take the creatine every day. And on the days that I do not work out, I just, mix the creatine with a little bit of electrolytes, and I just take it that way. I always like taking the creatine with the electrolytes because I had watched one YouTube video, and the guy was talking about how the electrolytes help get the creatine where they need to go, and they kind of like work in tandem with one another. And so I just said, you know what, why not? If you tell me there's a way to make sure that the supplements that I'm taking are being done in an effective way to increase how much of those supplements are getting absorbed into my system, I'm going to do it. So, like for example, when you take a multivitamin, a multi-mineral supplement, you should take that with a meal because a lot of those vitamins are fat soluble. So because they break down in fat, you should take it with a meal, especially a meal that's high in fat, so that the vitamins can get absorbed better. And that's what I typically do. So just some food for thoughts. Again, I am not a IFBB pro. I am not a doctor. I am not a nutritionist. For information like that, you should always consult a medical professional. I am just doing this for entertainment purposes. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want to go over in this video. I think that's going to conclude today's episode of Pre-Workout Chat. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. And remember, stay on the path.